It's the year 1324. You've decided to perform Hajj. You don't know it yet, but this decision might be the last one you ever make. There is no airport, no ticket, no road. Between you and the Kaaba, there is only desert, ocean, bandits, disease, and months, sometimes years, of walking. Today, nearly 2 million people fly to Mecca in hours. 700 years ago, leaving for Hajj was the same as leaving for war. Your family said goodbye the way people say goodbye at funerals, and depending on where you lived, your journey looked completely different from everyone else's. Same destination. Completely different nightmare. This is what Hajj looked like from 7 corners of the earth. Singapore to Mecca, 7,200 kilometers. You live in a small house near the coast of Singapore. It's 1854. You've saved for years. You've written your will because you genuinely believe you might not come back. You board a wooden ship called the Sabil al-Islam. No seats, no cabins. You sit on the open deck with 100 strangers, knee to knee, chest to chest. The smell alone is unbearable. The ship makes 22 stops. At every port you wait, days, sometimes weeks, because the wind hasn't turned yet. In the Indian Ocean, nothing moves unless the monsoon agrees. Then off the southern tip of India, a storm hits. Waves toss the ship like a coconut shell. Water floods the lower deck. Ropes snap. Sails tear apart. A man on board later wrote, "It was as if I wanted to crawl back into my mother's womb in fright." His name was Munshi Abdullah. He survived that storm, survived 22 stops, made it to Mecca after 100 days at sea. He wrote one last poem of joy, and then died, just days after arriving. His unfinished journal was carried home by a companion. Between 1853 and 1858, less than half the pilgrims who left Southeast Asia for Hajj ever came back. They died at sea, from disease, or were sold as slaves. Today, Singapore to Jeddah, 9 hours. Timbuktu to Mecca, 6,400 kilometers. It's 1324. You live in Timbuktu, one of the richest cities in West Africa. You've heard about the Kaaba your entire life. There is no ship you can board, no caravan you can afford. There is only the Sahara and your feet. You start walking east, sand in every direction like a dead ocean. You carry a water skin, dried food, and a prayer mat. That's all you own now. After 2 weeks, you reach a town. You stop, work, washing clothes, carrying loads, anything. For a month, maybe 2. Earn just enough to keep moving. Then you walk again. Walk, stop, work, walk. This becomes your life. Not for weeks, not for months, for years. Pilgrims from your region take 2 years to reach Mecca. Some take 5. Some collapse in the sand and are never found. You're part of the slowest wave of humans moving toward one point on Earth. Sea travelers from Asia arrive first. Middle Eastern caravans arrive second. You, the West African, arrive last. Sometimes after Hajj season has already ended, so you wait. A full year, then you perform it. The richest man in history, Mansa Musa, left from your region in this same year, 1324. 60,000 men, 100 camels loaded with gold. Even he took a full year. You have no gold. You have your feet. Same Kaaba, today, Lagos to Jeddah, 6 hours. Damascus to Mecca, 1,300 kilometers. You live in Damascus. It's the 1700s. You're joining the Great Syrian Caravan. 20,000 people, thousands of camels, soldiers on horseback, physicians walking alongside the sick. It looks like a moving city. Your route runs south through the desert, Ma'an, Tabuk, Madain Saleh, Medina, then Mecca. 30 days if God wills it. But God isn't the only one watching this caravan. The Bedouin tribes own this desert. Every year, the Ottoman Empire pays them gold, gifts, supplies, just to let pilgrims pass. They call it Sir. It's protection money. When the payment arrives late, the tribes don't wait. In 1757, the Banu Sakr tribe attacked the returning Damascus caravan. 20,000 pilgrims were killed, men, women, children, and Ottoman princess. The drought that year made it worse. Those who escaped the swords died of thirst. In 1701, another massacre. 10 days of fighting. Thousands killed, thousands taken hostage. Survivors stumbled into Damascus nearly naked, covering themselves with scraps of felt. In 1625, a Bedouin woman handed out drugged sweets to fortress guards. When they collapsed, her tribe looted everything. You're walking through this same desert right now, unarmed, in Iram. 30 days to Mecca, if nobody stops you. Today, Damascus to Jeddah, 2.5 hours. Sarajevo to Mecca, 4,000 kilometers. You live in Sarajevo, green hills, cool rivers, forests. You've never felt 50 degrees of heat in your life. You've never seen a desert. You don't even know what one looks like. Not really. It's the early 1700s. You pack a small bag and start walking. Sarajevo to Plovdiv, Plovdiv to Istanbul, Istanbul to Konya, Konya to Aleppo, Aleppo to Damascus. In Damascus, you finally join the great caravan heading south into Arabia. You've already been traveling for months, and the hardest part hasn't started. The Arabian desert hits you like a wall. The heat is something you've never imagined. The air is dry enough to crack your lips open within hours. Water stations along the route are sometimes empty. The caravan ahead of you drank everything. Sometimes Bedouin tribes poison the wells with dead animals to force you to pay. A Bosnian pilgrim named Yusuf Rumi made this exact journey. He kept a journal. At every stop, he noted the water quality, the distance, the hours walked. But as he pushed deeper into the desert, 15-hour treks with no shade, his entries grew shorter, then shorter. Then, near the end, his exhausted hand wrote just 3 words: "There is no water." Today, Sarajevo to Jeddah, 4 hours. Isfahan to Mecca, 2,100 kilometers. It's the late 1600s. Your husband has just died. You've decided to perform Hajj alone. But here's your problem. To reach Mecca, you have to cross the Ottoman Empire. And the Ottomans and the Safavids, your people, are enemies. Open, bitter, generational enemies. You are a Persian woman about to walk through hostile territory. You head north first, through the Caucasus to visit family. Then you cross into Ottoman land near the fortress of Kars. Ottoman soldiers swarm your caravan immediately. You later describe them as boiling over like ants and a fir forest stretching from one end of the world to the other. Through Anatolia, every interaction is tense, suspicious glances, hostile questioning. You are an enemy citizen in enemy land, carrying nothing but a prayer and a purpose. But something shifts when you reach Aleppo. Then Damascus. You join the official Ottoman Hajj caravan, and suddenly you're surrounded by thousands of pilgrims from everywhere. You describe the caravan as an immense sea whose colored banners filled the barren plain as if a wild garden of tulips. In Mecca, standing before the Kaaba, you write one line that outlasts everything else. The Safavids and the Ottomans are like rival lovers. They should put aside their differences for the sake of this paradise-like place. Nobody knows this woman's real name. History remembers her only as the Lady of Isfahan. Today, Tehran to Jeddah, 3 hours. Beijing to Mecca, 8,500 kilometers. You live in China. It's 1841. You are a Hui Muslim scholar named Ma Dexin. Almost nobody around you shares your faith. Almost nobody understands why you need to cross the entire planet. You leave through Burma, then India, then the open sea. You will reach Mecca in 1843, 1.5 years after leaving home. But you don't stop there. You spend 4 more years traveling the Middle East, Alexandria, Istanbul, Baghdad, studying, writing, debating. Your total journey lasts 8 years. You are one of the rare ones. Most Chinese Muslims who speak only Chinese, who have no money, no connections outside their village. For them, Hajj is simply impossible. The distance is too vast, the language is too foreign, the cost too crushing. Then in 1965 it gets worse. The Cultural Revolution shuts everything down. For 14 years, not a single Chinese Muslim performs Hajj. The world assumes Muslims in China no longer exist. In 1979, the first post-revolution group finally reaches Mecca. In 1986, 2,000 Chinese Muslims perform Hajj, a number called unimaginable just a decade earlier. By 1990, China charters 6 planes directly to Jeddah. 1,300 years of walking, sailing, and silence, replaced by a 10-hour flight. Today, Beijing to Jeddah, 10 hours. Now rewind everything you just heard. The storms, the sand, the bandits, the years of walking, the broken ships, the poisoned wells, The woman crossing enemy territory alone, the scholar who spent 8 years away from home, the man who died days after arriving. Now open your phone, book a flight, land in hours, check into your hotel, drink cold Zamzam water from a dispenser, walk into an air-conditioned haram, stand before the Kaaba. You are standing in the exact same spot where Munshi Abdullah wrote his last poem, where Mansa Musa knelt after walking for a year, where the Lady of Isfahan forgot about empires and enemies, where Mad Deksin arrived after 8 years of silence. Same Tawaf, same Sa'i, same Arafat, same stones at Jamarat, same words, same prayers. The only difference is what it cost to get here. They paid in years, blood, and bones. You paid in frequent flyer miles. The Kaaba hasn't moved an inch in 1400 years. The only thing that ever changed was how far you had to walk to reach it.